So what we'll do real quick, we'll go through each of our positions we're on and talk about where they are right now. So KGC, this is our first roll on this one. Got in around 33.04. It looks like we rolled it today right at 33.66. Now, why do we roll it at this point? Because this is the half ATR point. And the reason why is because when we back tested the plan, we saw that on average, even the losing trades go up at least half an ATR. So by doing this, we're taking risk off the table right away, taking partial profits, keeping the trade on, and taking risk off the table. So we're reducing risk at the same time. So one of the coolest ninja hacks that you can do as a trader. So we've already done that on KGC. We rolled that for this button. Rolled that for 84 cents in credit. So I put it in at 82. It got filled to 84. So let's go fill out the portfolio manager. This was KGC. So when I roll, what I like to do is do the credit that I rolled it for plus the current price. I don't know what the current price is, so we'll put it at 0. We'll go check what the current price is. KGC's current price is 302. So 84 plus 302. 302. And then I highlighted blue just so I can see what I've rolled. Cool. So that's where we are right there. Let's also update SPXL. Current price of SPXL at close was 228.91. So we'll go over here to the stock calculation helper. 228.91, enter. And we're good there. So now on the portfolio over here, SPXL should have the right average price that we got in and average price that we've gotten out so far on this one. Let's go to the next trade on the board. PPTA. So we've already rolled PPTA once, and that's reflected here. PPTA right there. We rolled it once for 215. Let's see what the current value is. Let's mark to market. New word for a lot of y'all. Mark to market. 765 is the market price right now. Just like that. Okay. And we don't need to close it because it doesn't have any order blocks. It's not with a 1020 cross down. So we're good there. Let's go to the next one. NEM. I don't think we've rolled this one just yet. Not really doing. I mean, it's up a little bit, but not a whole lot's going on. It doesn't have any reasons to exit. So NEM, let's just go market to market real quick. NEM current price is 1010. And that is there. Okay. Let's go to MP. MP, I thought we might be able to roll again. We've already rolled it once. I think we rolled it right at the top of that candle right there. It's almost right back to that same place. It really didn't make much sense to roll it again. I was already in the 63s, so I wasn't going to roll it again. But let's go market to market real quick. MP is at 722. 722. So we take the existing roll plus the roll value, 722. Now, looking at this, right, it makes it easy to see that we're up 31%. That's why we keep it on the same line right there. We've already in this in the U.S. and trading U.S. investing championship account, we're up $1,350. Even though it shows a loss right here of $579, the net result of it so far is up $1,350. Okay, that's why we do this. We need to take money off the table. We're not stressed on that because we understand the entire net trade is $1,350, even though it shows a loss, paper loss here on Tradier. Let's go to EGO. We already talked about that. Oh, let's go to OR first. OR popped up a little bit, not really to any rolling point. No reason to exit just yet. And then EGO. This one does have an order block that I've been like eyeballing. Once it hits 4180, I'll shift into doing my emergency exits at the close of the day. We're not there just yet. So let's mark to market both of those two, EGO and OR. So OR is at 750 and EGO is at 665. Let's do 750. And then this should be mark to market on everything. Go over here, shows 7.79% return. So decent return so far. Of course, it's funny about that because, the annual return for the market is about 8 to 10% per year. And we're at 16 days in the year. We're basically at that point right now. So doing pretty good. Now, I did hear that one of our outliers has already doubled his account this year. If you complete that, it's like, I won't say who because he doesn't want to tell, but like one of our outliers has like absolutely killed. I'm so proud of him. So that is all the trades that we have on right now. Again, rolled one today. Everything else still holding as is. Now on Discord, we had quite a lot of grumblings this morning. I think we all need to take a step back, right? Take a step back, and this is a little trading psychology lesson from Chris. In fact, it's so important. We're going to go full screen. Let's take a step back from the market, right? Every one trade on its own has an equal opportunity to be a loser as it is a winner. Okay. Now, granted, we have greater than a 50% win rate, but that doesn't mean that every other trade you put on is going to be a winner. No, of course not. But to see the amount of FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and I don't remember what the D is. It was it was really impressive, the amount of freak out mode that was done this morning, and not in a good way, right? Relax. Having a plan, doubt. Thank you. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. First, act like a professional. Okay. Let's be honest here. When you are trading in the market, this is the best game in the world, as you know. You also have the smartest people in the world playing the same game that you are. You need to have an edge and exploit that edge. But you can't do that if you panic, right? The objective here is to act like a professional, okay? A professional knows where they're going to get in, and a professional knows where they're going to get out. And they don't panic. They don't freak out. They don't worry about in the meantime, there's Mark right there. Mark knows. Mark, our chief strategist, he'll tell you, don't panic, right? The whole point is having a plan and knowing where to get in and where to get out. And, right, you don't have to follow a plan. I don't care if you follow plan NEM. You follow whatever plan you want to, right? But when you go look at the back-tested data, right, the point of having the back-tested data is let's do a view slideshow so it's easier to see. The point of having this is so you can have confidence going into your trades, and you can say, oh, you know what? This has a 60% win rate. That's exciting, right? The average trade return at 3.14%. That's amazing, right? But also keep in mind, what this tells you is that 40% of the time you need to expect to lose. Now, let's break that down. Let's break that down. Oh, I don't expect to lose, Chris. I only expect to win. Then you shouldn't expect to trade. You should not expect to trade. Losing is a inevitable, unavoidable consequence of trading, just like winning is an inevitable, unavoidable consequence of trading. You don't have to freak out, right? When you're looking at the course of the year, I can tell you one thing. You're not going to remember every single trade. So you don't have to stress on every single trade. Have a plan, execute the plan. And at the end of the year, given enough occurrences, you should have somewhere in the ballpark of your expectancy. Now, granted, if you take 4 trades in a year, who knows where that's going to be? If you take 40, it's going to be closer to your expectancy. If you take 400, it should be really in line. Should be really in line with your expectancy. Listen, Michael Ross, the boss, he knows, right? Thanks to Chris and Outlier, I'm calm. I'm freaking out. There's no need to freak out. When you act like a professional, you understand what you're doing. You don't need to ever freak out because you already know what you're going to do. So, let me see. Let me go through the comments real quick. Nothing says gambler more than freaking out on every red candle. I didn't say it. Charlotte said it. I didn't say it. Kashya, what's up, dude? Is it just Cody or is Plan M killing it right now? Yeah, that's the point. Patrick, what's up, man? I had to remind my wife that she probably shouldn't be a trader. The panic selling would have been epic if up to her. Let's see. Midpoint is mark to market. Yeah, you could do midpoint. It's whatever, right? You can do midpoint. Most brokers are going to show midpoint as your like current value. So yeah, you could do that. All right. That's a Discord joke from today, Cody. You're good. Dude Porter says, I've been following for a year and never made a live stream due to work, but watched every replay now 2 days in a row watching. What's up, Dude Porter? So yeah, I'm on a little family trip. I'll be back on Tuesday. Don't forget that the market is closed on Monday. So y'all just enjoy a nice long 3-day weekend. I know I will. Thanks again for coming. And the point of this is I want to document every single day of the U.S. Investing Championship to show people that you actually can be successful in trading. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you back on Tuesday. We'll talk soon.